In Rhodes, Greece. Beautiful sunset. So Allison is downstairs entertaining the dinner crowd. And this is not an actual sail away because we don't leave until midnight tonight. So it's 6 o'clock right now. So it's dinner time and, 5 minutes to 6. And sail away is in 6 hours at midnight. So we thought we would do a sunset live here on Saturday night. Rhodes has been absolutely wonderful today. It's such a beautiful, beautiful island. We have never been to Rhodes, Greece before. And so there was a lot to think about as to what we were going to do, a lot to consider. So we looked at a number of excursions. We looked at what they did. There was one that drove down the coast for about an hour to what they call their Acropolis. We looked very closely at that. And good morning. Hi, Becky. How are you? We thought about that one quite a bit and realized that, I think we're tired. Here we are. This is the last port stop of our cruise. So we thought we would just take it a little bit easier. And there was a lot to discover here in the old town. If you look, Jody, hi, how are you? Good to see you. You can see the walls here of the old fortress. And Sue, hi. We had never been to Rhodes before. So we just thought this was something we needed to look into. And so you can see a ferry over here. They are loading up. Look at the trucks, the semis. That, to me, is amazing that they have that kind of a system going on. They're all going to hop on that ferry, and in a few days they'll be to their destination. Semis going across the water. That's just amazing. So, and you see a little naval ship down here, and there's another smaller ferry coming in. You can see the fortress across the way. You can see one right here below us. Just incredible, the fortresses that they've got. And you can tell they're rebuilding them. They've got the bricks stacked up and set out. Little beach over there. Allison put her feet in earlier today. We'll get a video up later today, so it'll be there tomorrow. Maybe later today for you guys of just walking around. So if you look right smack below the sun, that's the old town, and pretty much from this corner right here, you walk in a gate that you can't see. It's just right in the corner of this wall, and then the wall extends on around, and over here is another fortress. See the flag up on top of it there, and we walked pretty much the entire length there. It's all little shops in there, leather, Greek food, clothing, you name it, it's there. So, hi Tracy, how are you? Just really nice. So, we walked up to that fortress. There's a museum in there, and as we got there, they were closing the gate saying, "Oh, we're preparing our next exhibit. We will be open in 4 hours." So after walking over there, we turned around and walked about a block and a half back and found this wonderful little restaurant. And so we sat down and had a nice Greek salad and a gyro plate, just a lot of good food. So you can see excursion buses returning here because they're all getting here back for dinner time. I'm sure there's some that will be going even later. We didn't arrive in port until 10 o'clock. We left, as you saw with our live last night, if you watched. We left Kusadasi at 6 o'clock was our sail away time. And so then we just putted along and got here at 10 this morning. We actually, if you look over here past the last fortress over there, there's a nice little beach that extends beyond that domed, I guess that's a church or a visitor center, little beach and resort area over there that extends out. So we came directly into there, and then the ship pivoted 180 degrees and backed into this spot. So that's, you're looking forward here on the ship. And so this evening we'll just do a straight shot out, and that's looking aft. So it was kind of nice not to have to get up at 7 or 6 in order to go meet an excursion at 8. So we slept in a little bit, had a little breakfast. In fact, I went aft and walked around and looked over the town. It was nice to get a bird's eye view and look over this. This is just a quaint little place. We really enjoyed it. There's just beyond these, so just inside this wall here. So, hi Keith Ann, how are you? So just beyond, inside there, there's a church right inside there, the ruins of a church. So we got to walk around there, and then, like I said, we just walked all along inside of there. Just beautiful little Greek shops, just a wonderful shopping area. It's a Saturday, so there were a lot of families out walking around with their kids, and we got gelato twice, and got some, Allison found some really nice Greek sandals. So we just had a chance to go around and look at stuff. So it was just a wonderful, wonderful day. The weather today was absolutely perfect. I think the high was probably 74. So that lets you know that it's just been a beautiful day. There's the sunshine. So the sun was out. We did notice when we came in, and you can see a little bit, it's not so prevalent here, maybe this way a little bit more. So we're on the north, we're on the north tip of the island. So this is heading north that way, and of course the sunset over there on the west. But if you look in the distance over here, you see some land. That is a peninsula of Turkey. And so when we pulled in this morning, it was just beautiful, and I stepped out on the balcony and I immediately smelled smoke. And this would be smoke from brush fires. Familiar with living in Utah, we can tell when lightning strikes out in the desert and starts a brush fire going. That's what it smelled like. And so I got on the internet and asked Google if there were any fires on Rhodes, and it came back, no fires in the news. So a little bit later, we were talking to somebody and said, yeah, it smells like smoke. And they said, oh, there's fires in Turkey. Well, we're less than 5 miles from Turkey. So, Kathy, with the Colossus of Rhodes, let me talk about that. If you look over here and you see that boat that's just heading out, a little red boat, right smack in the middle of the screen, it just came out of that. That's the old harbor over there. And so you see that turret. Richard, how you doing? Good to see you. You see the turret with the lighthouse. That is the old harbor entrance. And that is where the Colossus stood. We've looked at some of the pictures, the drawings, of course. Because that's an ancient thing, that Colossus. Nobody's got pictures of it, but drawings of depicting what it would look like. If you don't know what it is that over that harbor entrance they had a tall, and I'd have to look and see how many feet it was. Let's listen here.
Again, a very good evening, celebrity guests. May I have your attention, please? We ask that any male with blood type O willing to assist our fellow guests with blood O negative, please report to the guest relations desk on deck 3 immediately. Once again,
That was an announcement asking if there were any male O negative people on board that would like to donate blood if they come to the medical facility. So that's a first for me. Very interesting. So anyway, I don't know. Yeah, prayers. I'm sure they'll be okay. So I don't know how tall that Colossus was. I'd have to look into that. But a very intriguing way of welcoming people to the port is with a huge statue, a Colossus statue of someone. So you got to sail in underneath it. So that, and I guess it was one of the original 7 wonders of the world. So we really like this. That wall is, so what we understand, we didn't go into the fortress because it was closed for a time, but what we understand is this wall was built by the knights, and so I've seen something about this, how the knights came in and basically rebuilt the town from some of the original Roman and Greek settlers that had been here and helped to fortify it. And that it was a waypoint between the old world, Jerusalem and so on, up to the United Kingdom and all that. So need to delve into that history a little bit more. I'm sure I'm doing some speculation there, but I'm sure someone knows a little bit more. So I'll do some reading on that and find out what I can. So, but just thought we'd stay here with you for a few more minutes, watching the sunset, looking around the harbor. I mean, you can never go wrong. There's an airplane, a jet, flying along. There it is, right smack in the middle of the screen. I think it just took off. So, just beautiful, beautiful day here. Looking around the ship a little bit. Oh, thanks, Jody. Yeah, we're happy to comment and tell you all we want about the Mediterranean. This has been just a wonderful cruise. So Tracy, the temperature right now is 74 again. It's been 74 all afternoon. Just perfect. So this has been just a wonderful time. So we are on the Celebrity Silhouette. We have been here since Friday. So a week ago yesterday, we boarded in Athens. This is our Greek Isles cruise. We booked this nearly 2 years ago. Originally, this was slated as an Egypt and Israel cruise. We were supposed to spend an overnight in Alexandria in order to get to Egypt, and then we were to spend an overnight in the port for Jerusalem, and then another, not an overnight, but then another port stop for Nazareth. But you know what happened a year ago, and so they changed the itinerary. They immediately dropped Israel. Well, not immediately. They gave it 2 months to see what would happen, and then they decided they had to drop it. And at the same time, they dropped Egypt, simply because Israel was the jumping off point to get down to Egypt, so you didn't have too many sea days. So they changed it and added in an overnight in Istanbul. And so our itinerary so far, we left Athens last Friday, and the next day we were in Mykonos. Then we got to, and that was a beautiful day, it was perfect. Then we got to Santorini on Sunday. Monday was a sea day, and so we got to relax a little bit. And then Tuesday we arrived in Istanbul. We were there for an overnight, so we had an excursion that took 2 days. We spent about 6 or 7 hours each day. We got to go to the Hagia Sophia, the Blue Mosque. Nope, no other ships in port. There's 3 Blue Star ferries, but no ships. So we are alone here in town. So in Istanbul, after that, we went to the Cistern. We'd never been there before, and then the next day we had another excursion with the same guide, and we went to the Topkapi Palace, which was just beautiful. And we also did a dinner cruise in the Bosphorus Strait. And if you haven't seen our video on that, you should see our commentary. We enjoyed the view from the water. The rest of it could be changed, but that's at this point neither here nor there. So looks like a lot of people coming along here. Oh, that's interesting. So they're all coming off that Sea Dreams ferry, and they're going to more excursions. So that's a whole different group of people. That's not part of the group from our ship. That's interesting. Vacationers. So we've seen a lot of German people, a lot of other European countries here on this cruise. So after we left Istanbul, after an overnight, we didn't leave until 10 o'clock the next night. Then we had another sea day. And so then yesterday we were in Kusadasi, and we went to Ephesus and a couple other ruins. And so if you haven't seen our video from yesterday, we got it up, and so recently that was put up. So we talk about our day in Ephesus and Kusadasi. Had a wonderful time, learned a lot, had an interesting guide. So again, watch our video to find out our interpretation on our guide. And then we left there at 6 o'clock last night and arrived here in Rhodes this morning. As I said, we got here at 10 o'clock this morning. So I had a wonderful day walking the old town. Just a wonderful place here to be. There was a hop-on, hop-off bus which we looked at possibly taking. It had an hour tour that it did, but we ended up just spending the entire time just walking the old town and having a nice time in there. And for those that didn't hear, Allison is down entertaining our group for dinner. So she, in fact, just texted me and asked if I wanted her to order dinner for me, and I'm just going to stay here for the sunset. So thank you, various stops. So thank you, Keith Ann. We have enjoyed this immensely. We love doing this. We're very torn when dinner arrives at the same time that we would. Jerry. No, I won't miss the gelato. I'm going to get something else. We did have gelato twice in town too, but no, we're always torn when we have a sunset or a sail away, and it's the same time that dinner is scheduled. But we feel kind of, I wouldn't say obligated, but just a little torn in knowing that, well, we've got people that want to enjoy some time with dinner, and we ourselves want to enjoy time seeing the sunset. We want to enjoy especially when it's a sail away. And again, this is not a sail away. We don't leave till midnight tonight. But we just love to spend time with everyone. And so we've got a group here on board. We've got a group there at home, wherever you happen to be, that we just enjoy visiting with all of you. We enjoy sharing in your experiences and in your accomplishments. Yeah, Jody's asking. Yeah, Allison is it's called Divide and Conquer. So this is something we've done ever since we had kids. When you have two children that have two soccer games at the same time, well, one parent goes with one child and one parent goes with the other child, and you root them on. Or you have somebody who has a science fair in one town and another thing going on in another town. Or when I have to do work at home and you have a child who won a science fair and gets a trip to Washington, D.C., well, one of you stays home and the other one goes. So that's just how life is. You enjoy it, you divide and conquer, and you accomplish it all. So that's just kind of the way we feel, is we get to share this with everybody. We get to share it with you. She gets to share it with them. Last night was her turn up here on top side. Tonight it's my turn on top side. I love those palm trees all across the crest of that hill over there. Looking at that, where that sunset is, and I don't know if you can see those palm trees, I feel like I'm looking at Southern California. Just the line of palm trees is just so much like that. And if you look very carefully just to the left of the sun, I see 3 hang gliders, parasailers, floating along in the sky. Let's see if I can zoom in and let you see. So if you look right at where the sun is, 1, 2, 3, that I'm a little too nervous to try such a thing. That's a beautiful sunset sail. So that's the sail away right there. They are sailing away across the ridge of the hill in the palm trees on their parasailers. Yeah, Chris, that's all I could say is wow. Just beautiful. A little bit of there's a flag over there. Some beautiful sailboats and a couple other boats down there. Beautiful sunset. Mosque right there in the middle. The old town is just beautiful. So, oh, you're more than welcome. I'd love to share this with everybody. So I'll hang around here for a few more minutes and then it's going to get dark. But just nice to have everybody here. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it does. The colors are just so vibrant. There's a jet, I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a jet just now directly overhead. So I assume he just took off. And there he is. He's flying into the sun. There you go. Yeah, those colors are just incredible. And I don't know what iPhone does. I don't know what Apple does, but they sure make this wonderful. The colors that it shows. Last year at this time, we were on our Northern Lights cruise, and we could see the Northern Lights better with our cameras than we could with our naked eye. So just the technology that we have nowadays, we are so blessed. Here I am standing topside on the Lido deck of the Celebrity Silhouette in Rhodes, Greece, and there you are sitting wherever you happen to be. I assume most of you are in the States, all across the nation in different locations, sharing live the sunset in Rhodes, Greece. As I jabber on and tell you all about our day and about the wonderful, absolutely wonderful people that are here. You know, that's the most enjoyable part of travel, is meeting people who love life, meeting people who are just good people. We are all children of the same God, same Heavenly Father and Mother, and to realize that we are all brothers and sisters, and that we all share life wherever we may be in this beautiful earth. And here we are, and we get to share it together. You guys will see that sun for another 9 hours, and it will get dark where I'm at. We will, like I said, set sail in about 5.5, 6 hours, and we'll chase the sun. Tomorrow is a sea day, so we get to pack. We got those silly little luggage tags that they give you. So we're gonna have to pack up everything, and they're gonna kick us off the ship the following morning. So Sunday will be a day of rest, relaxing and enjoying the ocean and a sea day. And Monday morning, we arrive in Athens. We will disembark, take a taxi to our hotel, spend another final day in Athens, and our flight doesn't leave until Tuesday morning. The best we could do for a flight for getting home was 5 a.m. flight out of Athens. And of course, with the ship arriving in Athens at 6, we couldn't do it on that first day. So, yeah, this is just like a painting, isn't it? Just beautiful. Well, Allison had the good assignment last night. She got to see the sunset and the sail away, so she had the double. But yeah, then Monday we'll spend another day just tripping around Athens, go get another Greek salad, another Euro plate, chicken Euro probably. We're not much, yeah, we've tried the other, but we're Americans. We like chicken. But we will get gelato. We will get our special Magnum ice cream bars. And then Monday night we'll go to bed and wake up early Tuesday morning and hop on a flight through Amsterdam, and we will arrive home Tuesday afternoon, back at headquarters. So Wednesday, watch for our first video back home as we sum up the trip. Hi, Michael. And where is Michael at now? So there goes another jet. There he goes, flying into the sun. Maryland, you're home? Okay. How boring. No. Appreciate you joining us. So we'll just hang on here for a little while we get into our twilight here. Just a beautiful, beautiful day here in Rhodes. A lot of sound here. Let you see as they are loading up the semis onto the ferry over here. If you saw earlier, there was a whole line down here, but they've all gone. So now they're loading up, and they're unloading some as well still. So that's one Blue Star ferry, and you can't see it, but there's two more over that direction on the starboard side. So our next adventure. Hi, Heather. Mark, our next adventure, the next thing we together have booked is the Panama Canal group cruise in February. It's a full transit from Los Angeles to Fort Lauderdale. So that is our next adventure together on board a ship. In November, Allison has a convention cruise with her travel agency. So that, and we've talked about my going with her, but at this point, I think we're planning that she'll just have to go without me. Work still is there. And I've been gone 2 weeks now, and so somebody's going to say something one of these days. So I better appear again in my office. Okay. All right, here's what I've got to tell you though. The timing was perfect for me being away from the office. I work at a university. The building I am in is a fairly new building. It was built 5 years ago. Mark did the Panama Canal. Yes, we are so excited about that. We will be on the island, no, the Coral Princess. So we do the full transit in the small locks, the old locks, sorry. Anyway, the building that I reside in at work is fairly new building. About a month ago, I was sitting in my office, and this is the first ever that I've had a window. The rest of my working career, I've sat in windowless offices, but this one I have a window that looks south over the valley, and I would hear scratching in the wall. And anybody who's had mice in the wall, you know what it sounds like. But I couldn't quite tell what it was. I thought maybe there was a bird on the ledge, and I'd look out and there's nobody there. There were some little box elder bugs, but those aren't big enough to make any noise. So a weekend went by. Hello, Code 4 for life. So a weekend went by, and I got into work the next Monday, and they said, I was talking to custodial, and they said, so we found 3 bats in the building over the weekend. If anybody hears or sees anything, please let us know. So I went to custodial and I said, there is scratching in my wall, and pointed out where it was. And so they had the exterminator on contract come, and he drilled a 1-inch hole in the wall and stuck a camera in there. And he says, it looks like there may be bats in there, but there's nothing there now. So maybe you're okay. And so a couple days later, I came into work, and my office smelled to high heaven. And apparently, we don't know if bats died in the wall or had put together a nest and decided to stink it up or what. So I basically moved my computer out, moved my other stuff to the other side of the room, and said, I am going on vacation for 2 weeks. Have at it. I don't know what they've done. They may have actually taken the sheetrock off, I don't know, and pulled out. So I will have a full report when I get back as to what's happened with the bats in my wall. So, so even if I wasn't on vacation, I would not be in my office. I'd be working from home. So this has worked out perfectly. So I thought that was a funny side story to what's going on here on our beautiful Mediterranean cruise. Lots of noises and sounds as they're loading up the ferry here. So, love with life. Hi, how are you? So, I'm just going to hang out here because this is just beautiful. Real quickly, let me get to the other side so you can see the ferries that are over there. Go across the deck here. A lot of other people out here enjoying it. Nobody in the pool, but all 4 hot tubs are full. Removing bats from, yes. Someone said, well, if my office is the bat cave, that must mean that my office is the bat cave. And I said, well, if it's the bat cave, I want a bat cave. I want a bat phone and a Batmobile. Because what do you do with the bat cave if you don't have a Batmobile? It's no fun at all. All right. There you go. 3 ferries. Blue Star South and Blue Star. So this is looking east. Oh, and we also have a military vehicle. Battleship? I don't know. So, Emil, how are you? Did you see my latest posting of the non-baklava baklava? It was delicious. Absolutely delicious. So this is the starboard side, and it's not as exciting or as beautiful as the port side, but thought I'd give you a view of it. Down the coast there, about an hour, is some ruins that we'd considered going to, but decided to stick around here in town. Yes, Allison is down entertaining the group for dinner. So I am up here entertaining the homebound group. And I know you're not all at home. Some of you are also cruising. So I'll go back over here to the sunny side. Beautiful sunset. We have just had a wonderful day here today. All right. There you go. Beautiful sunset. There's Rhodes, there's the old town. We walked along the waterfront there and then stepped into oh, well, Emil, thanks. We'll take a look at that. Yes, the weather is gorgeous. It's 74 degrees. So we walked through the old town, went behind the wall there, and inside that area is full of just fun little Greek shops. Just lots of fun people. Beautiful, beautiful area. Cobblestones, just gorgeous cobblestone streets. And these are the pebble stones, the large pebble stone streets, not the squared ones. These are actual pebble stones that they have going up one of the hills over there. So that was just beautiful. Marble here, there, and everywhere. So, and here's the old harbor. You can see, and again, those that are familiar, that's where the Colossus stood, was at the entrance of that old harbor over there, where that turret is and the lighthouse you see blinking. So, yeah, we really wanted to go into the fortress, or into the Fortress Museum, but yeah, they had it closed, preparing for another exhibit or something. So next time we'll have to do that. So we're just going to hang around here for a little bit as the sun continues to, as it has gone below the horizon, but as it continues to diminish its light. So the thing I really got a kick out of, so you see these 5, 6 round top buildings right down here. So right, and then right below it, of course, you see the 2 windmills, without the fans, of course. But those 6 long round top buildings, they're all scooter or car rental places. So if you do want to rent a car from the ship, you just step across the street and you can grab yourself a car, a scooter, a razor, a little 4-wheeler, what have you. They're all available there. And the lights just came on along the waterfront there. So yeah, if you want to get a car, you can get it right there. And of course, the taxis were lined up out there, and of course everybody wanted to take you on a tour for the day. But we just walked over to the old town, went to the old church ruins there, and then walked through, and we found some beautiful tablecloths, and Allison found some absolutely gorgeous Greek sandals that she said are very, very comfortable. So just had a wonderful time walking through, having a nice lunch, Greek salad and the baklava and the Euro plate. Just a wonderful time. So we really enjoyed it. Just a beautiful, beautiful day here. Trying to turn here because someone's just talking a little too loud next to me, so I'm hoping that you're not being disturbed by that. Just want to enjoy the nice sunset. People coming into port here, and again, it's a little loud with the trucks as they all board this ferry down here, but that's okay. Looks like they're pretty much done loading, so a lot of that sound is gone. Beautiful little harbor, little boats coming in, big boats coming in. And there's the old harbor over there with a lot of boats there. The lights are beautiful, sunset's beautiful. Just enjoying just a wonderful evening here. Thank you for joining. We'll just watch and enjoy this for a little bit more here. I'll probably grab something at the buffet. I told Allison not worry about getting me any dinner. Just thought I'd let this go for you, and you can watch and listen and view it. There was a cute little fountain in the middle of the old town. We got some pictures of it, and just a lot of old buildings. The other thing I was thinking about these auto rental places here. So along the inside of that fortress wall down there is where the other shops are that we were, and they are in just some of the old fortress structure. with that same brick, and just incredible, some of the little shops that you've got. Allison actually found another dress that was just gorgeous, and it was just this cute little shop. This cute little Greek old lady, she very little English, nothing more than beautiful or pretty or yes, that's a good dress on you or something along that line. But so we got to go in there and visit, and again we had gelato twice, 3 times. I had a pistachio and a lemon sorbet. That was very tasty. And then I had chocolate and stracciatella. So that's my favorite mixture, is the chocolate and stracciatella. And then Allison found one that was yogurt with honey and yogurt with sour cherries. So yes, if we want to go ashore this evening, all aboard is not until 11:30. So we are considering going back and maybe getting some more gelato and checking the shops out. We checked, and the timing on some of these places is that they don't close some of the stores until 11 o'clock. So we could walk along the shoreline there again. Allison took her shoes off and stepped into the water. So that is definitely something we could do if we want to, in order to enjoy a little bit more time here in Rhodes. Again, we don't depart until midnight, and that's our sail away time. So in fact, we'll have to look. Well, it'd have to be topside here. I think it'd be too dark. I was going to say we could try to do another sail away in 4 hours, but 6 hours. It's going to be too dark. I know, even though the lights are there. So it's a bustling port town, that's for sure. Just hang around here for a few more minutes. If you guys are enjoying this, I'm going to move down here just a little bit. Oh, there are some people in the pool. They're kids, so I won't go that direction. All right. I think they're arguing down there. I didn't like that. This is much better. There were, that parking lot down there was full of buses. There were at least a dozen buses there 10 minutes ago, or half hour, 20 minutes ago. Yes, it does look amazing, doesn't it? So, but all those buses are gone. There was a line of people that came off that Sea Dreams boat that's backed up there, and they just all filed down this little road, and they got on those buses and off they went. So they have gone for the evening to their destination. So, and as I mentioned, there are a lot of Europeans on board this ship. I saw this morning one of the crew, not just crew, but officers. I think his wife and child and his parents are on board as well. It's the season is ending, and so I guess thought it would be a good time. I don't blame them. So, but yeah, we hear a lot of different languages on board. It's intriguing to hear all the different people, and it seems like it would be a very good destination for anybody who's close by. You just fly down to Athens and hop on, and there you go. So Not like us where you have to come halfway around the world, but that's okay. We're happy to come halfway around the world. Here we are in Greece. Yesterday I was in Turkey. Tomorrow we'll be at sea. It's just amazing to me where we can go in this day and age comfortably. I mean, I think about my poor ancestors stuck on a ship, sailing across the ocean in the hold of a wooden ship. Oh my. And if we would have said, here we are 150 years later, sailing in comfort, filled to the brim with all the food you could ever desire. So, Daniel, it'd be really nice to go back in the early evening in the port. Very different at night. Yeah, we're considering it. We're going to see how things are. We've got a few things we wanted to get done this evening, but it is definitely a consideration. That water is just gorgeous, isn't it? It's pristine. It was clear, very clear water as we walked along. Right there at the crook of the bay there's a sculpture with some dolphins on it, and right at the foot of it yes, the pictures are beautiful. Interesting. Thank you, Sky. Yeah, we'll enjoy the next day. That's all we have left. Then they're kicking us off. So, oh look, we have a pirate ship down here. Speaking of old ships. Oh, and the other one. So, I'll zoom in here if I could. So here you see a pirate type ship or an old sailing ship. I don't know why I say pirate ship, but it's an old sailing ship. This, it's hard to tell because we're in the shadow of it. Along the side of it, it says yellow submarine. And it's a yellow submarine-shaped boat. So somebody has decided to be an entrepreneur and give yellow submarine boat rides. It's good for them. All right, I'll give it until we've been here an hour. So I'll give it another 8 minutes, 8 minutes. And I'll let you see. There's our funnel with our exhaust from the diesel generators, because we're not on shore power, so we've got to power the ship, and they do a wonderful job. Just a beautiful night. I'm sure they're having a sunset dinner sail down there. They're still loading up that ferry. There goes another couple of semis, and there's one below me. You can hear it, but line of cars going around the street here. And again, the old town. So, just a beautiful evening. You can barely see the shadow silhouette of the palm trees along the crest of the hill over there. Like I said earlier, anybody who was here, it just reminds me of California. It just makes me think of Los Angeles or San Diego with those palm trees lined up there. So, just a beautiful place. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. For us, it's Saturday night. For you, it's Saturday morning, midday. And again, tomorrow is our last day on board. It's a sea day, so we get to sleep in and relax. I'll probably go swimming in the morning again. I enjoy doing that on sea days. And of course, then we've got to pack up. They're going to kick us off. But it has been just a wonderful trip. We keep thinking, oh my, we have to go home, but that'd be nice to go home again and to look back and say, look what we did, the memories we created, the journeys that we enjoyed, being able to visit, meet people, be with people, just a wonderful time to see the sights, to delve into history. What an amazing history that is captured in this part of the world. So, all right. Well, I think it's time to call it. I appreciate everybody who's been here with me this evening. Again, sorry Allison was not here. Again, divide and conquer. That's how we do it. So she is entertaining the folks on board, and I'm entertaining the folks at home. So thank you for coming. The sunset was enjoyable with all of you, and beautiful. You made it even better. So I look forward to the next time. Again, tomorrow's the sea day. Monday is our journey home. So we will have videos. There are some daily videos the next few days. We will return to headquarters on Wednesday and plan on a live next Friday night. So thank you for joining us. I hope everybody has a wonderful Saturday and a delightful Sunday and Sabbath tomorrow. So until next time, thank you. Have a good night.